Good morning, Floss Tube. How are y'all? I am doing absolutely wonderful. Daisy's doing fine. She looks a little freaky. I don't know what's up with that. I just had to go find her. She was in the backyard, and of course she's deaf, so I'm like calling her. All of a sudden she just appears. And she was out running around having a good time. We need to mow. The grass is tall, so she's easily hidden. Life's hard for a dachshund. Got my dachshund necklace on. I'm old schooling out 80s with my collar up and my jacket on, scissors because I've already been stitching a little bit this morning. I'm really super stoked to be back. I am almost a week late of making this video, but I have a great reason why. I've had a wonderful April so far. I'm probably going to do a lot of rambling with this video, so just be warned if rambling's not your thing. I'm sorry. Just click off or fast forward me, whatever you want to do. Not going to hurt my feelings. Because I want to tell you some wonderful things that's happened in April. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm going to try not to move and hit the thing. I promise I'm going to try really hard, Daisy. Anyway, in April, the first weekend in April was the elevation that I've talked about many times before, building up to that weekend. Where I dress up in my medieval outfit and I receive a certain rank in the hobby group, the Society for Creative Anachronism, that I'm a part of. And it's a big deal. It can be as big as a wedding. A lot of planning. There's food. There's gifts. There's people. Lots of things. But it's fun. I enjoy doing stuff like that. So anyway, so that was the first weekend, and I'm going to try to insert some pictures. The editing program that I bought when I got my new computer is way over my head. I couldn't figure it out. So I went in and did some research, and I downloaded another one, and I'm going to try. It's supposed to be more like Movie Maker, and I was good with Movie Maker. So I'm hoping that I will be able to use that and drop some pictures in and have some more fun editing my videos. So I'll take it out there and take a chance of getting dirty, me dropping it, because that's exactly what I would do, is drop it. So instead, I'm going to move this light to see if maybe I can get a look. It seems like one eye is dark, but oh well. I don't have a black eye, I promise. So anyway, that was a whole weekend of not getting any stitching done. So that was, we came home Sunday. Actually, I came home early Sunday because I wound up getting sick. I think I got dehydrated over the weekend, and I just had a super bad headache. I was really sick. So my friends and my husband wind up tearing down the camp and doing everything. It's so good to have friends and a wonderful husband who lets you go home and just be sick, and they take care of it. So that was that first weekend. Second weekend, Robert goes to work Monday. He works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then he takes off Thursday and Friday because we take my daughter down to League City because she's doing a cupping seminar for her continuing education and her massage therapy. And she didn't want to drive down by herself. So she asked me a few months back, and I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And so I got thinking about it, and I was like, Rob, why don't you take a couple of days off, and we'll just go have a little vacation while she's in her classes. And we did. And so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, we were down in League City. We went to Galveston. As a matter of fact, my cup that I'm drinking out of today came from the Johnson Space Center. It says Mars, because we're going to go to Mars. So excited. So anyway, and I'm going to drop some pictures from our fun time there. We went to Galveston. Windy, but we still made the best of it. We walked on the beach. We went out on a pier. We ended up on a ferry. We just ended up on a ferry. We went across, and then there was nothing on the other side, so we just came back across, which was fun because as we were getting back in our car, because we got out to go look, and I saw two dolphins. I was really excited, so I told Robert, I said, look, there's two dolphins, and they went out of my view, but when he turned, they were still in his view, so he got to see them too, so that was really exciting. I know the people who live down there are probably like, yeah, dolphins, yay. But I was like, dolphins, all excited. So we went then the next Saturday, we went to the Space Center. We an older gentleman and his son who were going in, and they thought it opened at 9 too. So we ran down, went to the bathroom, got a drink, came back, and we were going to get, oh, you saw my cut. Anyway, and we got in line to buy our tickets, and I noticed this little thing over there, and I said, Robert, I think you can buy tickets on there, on that machine over there. So he went to check it out, and he bought the tickets. Well, then everybody saw what he did, and they got in line to start buying tickets, but we were first in line when the door opened. And so when the lady came out to start telling us about this and that and whatever, we got to hear it all. And she said, if you're planning on taking the tram tour, she said, my advice is, one, you're already here early, and two, is to do that first, because you can get wait in line for a couple hours to get on the tram. And they have a 60-minute tour and a 90-minute tour. And I was like, well, how much does that cost? And she goes, no, everything in here except for your drinks and food and the simulator is included in your ticket. And I was like, well, dang, yeah. So they search your purse. They look in your purse. So I was right there, opened my purse, they looked, and me and my husband, these two old people, you know, running, we're going to get first line. And we did, we got first in line at the tram. So we took that tram and we did the tour of NASA, and got to see lots of really cool stuff. I'm going to try to put some pictures in here of that. It was just amazing, wonderful day. We spent all day there. And then, you know, at night we went down to, I think it's called the Keymore Boardwalk, and we rode some rides with my daughter, and we ate seafood, and we just had a really good time. I brought cross stitch with me, but the lighting was horrible because it was nasty all the time we were there, and the sun never came out. So I never got it out because it was dark in the hotel rooms, and I forgot my little light that I hook onto it. So it was doomed from the start. So another 4 days, no cross stitching. See where I'm going? No cross stitching. And no floss tube watching, and no videotaping. So anyway, so we get back from that, and on Monday, my friend who works for a tax company calls me, and she said, hey, they're really thinking that they're going to be busy the last 5 days of the season. And they're looking for people to come in and be receptionists and just guide people and get them signed in. Would you be interested in that? And she said it pays $10 an hour. And my first thought was, I do want to kit up. Here there be monsters and a couple of other ones that I want to buy a fabric for. So I'm like, yeah. So for that, it started, we got back on Monday. So Friday I went to work. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 5 days. And it was 10 to 7. So I didn't get any stitching done in the mornings before I left because I had to take care, sleeping. I had to take care of the dogs and stuff and give them lovings before I went. And I also had to get a ride because I don't have a car. So whenever they were ready to pick me up, I had to go. And then I got off at 7, and by the time I got home and cleaned and everything, it wasn't a lot of time to stitch. And I didn't work long enough, I only worked 5 days, to really get a rhythm and figure out something. So that was another 5 days of pretty much no stitching. I did try to take it with me a couple times, and I got like 5 or 6 stitches in it, but made me feel like I was putting some work towards it, so I was okay with that. So anyway, I will get paid next week for working those 5 days. And I'm going to the Copper's Cove Needleworks, and I'm getting the stuff I need. I'm getting up some of my stuff and putting what other money that I earned away for a retreat, wherever I get to go. So I was pretty excited about getting to work. But let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you something. I'm a good morning person, and how are y'all? I hope your night was okay. Let's have a wonderful day. That's me. These people are not like that. I worked 5 days with the most grumpy, sour people in the world. Now, of course, the clients would never know it. They were all like, when they came out to the clients, they were like, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I'll be doing your taxes today. But they would walk in and walk right by me, and I would go, good morning. And they would totally ignore me. I mean, I'm not even like, look over and go, nothing. They ordered from Chick-fil-A one day while I was there. And there was another girl working as a receptionist also. I didn't need to. I don't know why there was two. But anyway, one of the persons left and went and got food and came back with all the drinks and food. And the girl worked with me said, dang, if we would have known, we would have given you money, so we would have got lunch. And he was like, And I'm like, wow. And so that's what I dealt with for 5 days. if I wasn't making $10 an hour, I'd have been out of there because you know what? They were just rude. So one, I won't do it again next year. And two, I would never have my taxes done there. I was just like, no, you're not nice. I mean, you could walk between all the cubicles and smile at them, and they'd be like, I went to get one lady. There's this lady walked in, and so I walked back to one of the preppers, our preparers, and I said, hey, there's a lady up here, and she's just walked in. She wants to talk to somebody, getting her taxes done, right? And so she never looks up. She's got her mouse. She's doing her mouse, and she never looks up at me, never acknowledges I talked to her. And when she finally does talk, she goes, I'm trying to order my lunch, and gives me this go to hell look. And I was like, all righty then. I'm like, I'm only here for 5 days, whatever. So anyway, I'm glad that was I'm over with. I'm glad I'm getting a little bit of money. I'm glad I can get up my skirts. I'm glad I can put some money away for a retreat. But oh my God, if I had to work there every day, oh no, I wouldn't work there every day because they just weren't nice at all. So anyway, enough about that. And it's not that I'm mad about it. It's comical now, because me and the other girl were like, they'd walk by and we started joking that she looked at me one day and she said, you ever see the movie The Help? And I was like, oh yeah, it was a good movie. And she goes, yeah. And I said, what are you trying to tell me? I need to make a shit pie? And she died laughing. So from that point on, the whole time we worked together, we would make references to that movie, The Help, because it seems like once you got to a certain place, they didn't talk to you, and it was just interesting. So anyway, all of that being said, I didn't get much stitching done in these last few weeks. I don't have much planned for the next couple of weeks, thank goodness. So I'm hoping to get caught up on some of the stuff that I need to. So with that being said, I'm about 12 minutes in and my rambling, which is about average for me, ramble for a little bit, and then get in here. I'm starting to lose my voice from talking so much, so I'm going to be taking a little bit more drinks than I normally do, I think. So when we went to the Space Center, we were looking at things for souvenirs, but I'm not a big dust collector souvenir person, but my husband collects shot glasses, so he got the cutest shot glass. It looks like a little rocket. And I was like, well, what do I want? What do I want? So I picked up one of their magnets, and I'm turned it into a needle minder. I'm so excited about it. So now when I stitch, I can remember the Space Center. I can remember NASA. So I was really excited about that. So my last video, me and my daughter acted out a ridiculously bad scene from Gone with the Wind. And I do have a winner for that one. And this was what you could win. Let me put that a little closer for you. Try not to put it in front of my mouth. I noticed that I do that a lot, and then you can't hear me, which surprises me, actually. Anyway, so the winner is Karen Davis Mason. I've already put a link, a reply to your comment to let you know that you've won. And so as soon as I get that, well, I say as soon as I get that, when I get your address, I will address it, and I will get in the mail as soon as I can, because April Taylor, I haven't forgot about you. I just haven't gotten to the post office. I have a grumpy mailman. I mean, he's like really grumpy, all the time grumpy. I mean, I've never seen him be happy at all, So I really don't bother him. I don't ask a lot of stuff from him. So I don't even ask if, hey, would 2 3 stamps cover this? I just try to get to the post office. So I will do that, and I will do this one together. But that's not it. Because I finished the Illuminated Manuscript 1, and yes, and I'm not ashamed of this. I'm showing it again because I am that proud of it that I finished it. Anyway, here we go. Real quick view. Since I finished Illuminated Manuscript number 1, I told, let me see, Cross Stitching Northerner that she could have the pattern when I'm done, because she has the second one, Illuminated Manuscript 2, which I have also. So I told her that when I was done, this magazine would be hers. So now I have 3 things. Actually, I'm sending something to my son too, so now 4 things. So I'm really going to have to make sure somebody can get me to the post office. I'm sure my daughter will. She's a doll. By the way, speaking of my daughter, she is moving forward on her house. She just got it inspected There's some things that need to be fixed before she can get it, but I love you too. But she's still moving forward on it. And if that falls through, she's just going to keep on going. That's my girl. She's just going to get a house. And her goal now is to get the house before she's 22. She wants to say she had a house at 21. Goals. Love her. Can't beat a kid like that. So I got my list, and it's a little discombobulated. Like I told you, I'm just a little out there today, going to ramble. Being that I did not get to watch a lot of FlossTube, I just want to mention a couple of people that I've mentioned before in my past. And one of them, the first one, is Craft in Korea, and her name is Maggie. She's absolutely darling, and she's doing some amazing work. She also knits. She started out with FlossTube 0 because she had never cross-stitched before. And you can watch, if you watch from her videos, she shows her progress, and she's really doing an amazing job. She's got a parrot, and she's got, I'm going to call them tassels because I can't say the Korean word. I don't remember the Korean word that she calls them. She's living in Korea because she's teaching right now. But she's fun to watch. She's very entertaining. She will teach you some Korean words on embroider, linen, things like that. She's very fun to watch. But give her some love. She's a Texas girl living in Korea right now. So if you are a Texas stitcher, get on there and give that girl some love. Subscribe to that channel. She's amazing. And then, of course, my Stitching Misfits. I love those girls. They're my people. They're my people. I just was trying to watch their video earlier, and it kept freezing up. And I felt really bad because every time it would freeze where one of their faces were doing something really ridiculous and had me laughing. So I almost snapped a picture just to insert it, but I'm like, I can't be that cruel because payback would be hell. Anyway, so I'll have to finish that up in a little bit. Hopefully my internet will help me out there and I'll get to watch it. So Stitching Misfits, they're funny. They're a team. They're leading Misfit Mania, which is where they and I and several people, because Mania is your own thing. I don't want to start 15, 30 starts. I don't want that many whips. But I do want to start some, but I want to finish them too. I want to see a start and a finish, a start and a finish. I just really love seeing the finishes come together. So they've kind of tweaked it to what they want to do, and I'm following suit. I'm following it. Also, I'm doing what I want to do with my plans. Being I've been so busy for the last 3 weeks, I haven't really got on Texas Stitchers or on the Facebook page and set out my plans. So that's a goal of mine to get that done. They do have Flash on Friday, which, you flash what you're working on, which is really cute. Those girls are funny. So when I get into plans, I will talk a little bit more about, Misfit Mania and my plans for it. I'm not going to do Man Cave this week because I'm just crazy. My medieval world will be hopefully I'll be able to insert pictures and you'll be able to see me and my honey. There's more pictures out there. I just haven't found them. There's also video, but I haven't gotten that yet either. So I'll probably do a video of that and not label it FlossTube, of course, but put it on my channel for my other friends to be able to go in and watch. So anyway, let's get back to stitching because I'm rambling again. So we've talked that. I'm going to talk about this one right now. I showed you my illuminated manuscript, right? I finished it. And I have the pattern for illuminated manuscript too. And I'm really super stoked. I don't know if you can tell on this face right now. I'm stoked. And I've been talking about it and talking about it. That there is one more pattern from Barbara Ann Richter. And it is a nativity in the same style. And I wanted it, and I wanted it, and I wanted it. A couple months back, I was at a bookstore. I found this tatting book. And I put on my channel if you wanted it. I was letting her, if Arlene happened to watch my channel and she wanted it, I'd send it to her. But she doesn't watch my channel, and I never heard from her. So I asked who else wanted it. Well, a lady named Chris wanted it. And I was like, okay. And so I got her address, and I sent it off to her. I'm sitting at home one day, and the doorbell rings. Grumpy mailman, because he does not like to come to the door. And he hands me this little package. It's not big or anything like that. I guess, I don't know why he came to the door. Oh, he had other packages too. My husband had ordered some stuff. And I was like, well, what'd you order? And he said this, this, and this. And he goes, oh, and you got something. And he said, who do you know in wherever? And I was like, I don't know, nobody really. So he gave it to me, and I opened it up. Behold. Yes. Chris sent this to me. I'm still speechless when I think about it, just because I just sent her a tatting magazine that I wanted to make sure somebody loved on it, you know? And this is what I get. And here's a good picture of it. I'm going to quit talking while I hold it up. Oh my God. I got this, and I had just said, I need to take a break from the Illuminated Manuscript. I'm not going to start Illuminated Manuscript number 2. I'm going to take a little break. And I got this, and when I finally got voice, I told my husband, I got to go to the needlework shop. I got to get material. So this isn't going to be in my pile of starts. I don't know exactly when, but I got to go get the material and stuff for it. But can you imagine, just out of the goodness of her heart, she sends me what I've been looking for. Blown away. Blown away. Just amazing. I just want to keep holding it up and pointing at it and saying how gorgeous and amazing this person was. Thank you, Chris, so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to get started on it. So I'm just going to kiss a little bit and put it to the side so I'll shut up about it. So let's move into some whips. I'm doing the Read Along, Stitch Along for Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's a short little book. I've actually finished it, but I got to doing something and I missed parts of it. And so I thought, you know, I got to catch where I messed up. So I'm trying to listen. I'm doing it audio. I'm listening to while I'm doing other things. So I'm going back through there because, you know, I had never read it before. I'd seen the movies. I had made assumptions, but this way I really get to see how it was written, and I'm enjoying it. I think I enjoyed Dracula more, though. And our next read along, stitch along is going to be Moby Dick. So I'm kind of excited about that one because I've not read that one either. But anyway, let's just get into the whips. So my read along, stitch along for Dr. Jekyll is something dark, you know, or whatever. It's whatever you want it to be, really. And I want to do Halloween Delivery. So I started Halloween Delivery, and I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't work on it a little bit more because I enjoy stitching. And I was at a point where I needed to move my Q-staff, so I'm like, perfect time to film because I've got to move it anyway. So I did just a little bit different with the colors. I ordered some Mad X stitching floss back when I first started stitching because I'd never used any kind of variegation or overdyed or anything like that. And so I thought I wanted to try some. So I ordered a bunch. And I thought, I'm going to use some of that. So as you see, my carriage is not all one color. It's variegated and fun. I think it's fun. And the top is, I went on and put some color on the curtains, you know, that was supposed to be gray, but everything was black and gray, and which is fine. And that's where I was going with it. But I saw that color and I was like, nah, let's put some color on the curtains. And I like the way it felt. Like in the middle one, it's mostly blue. It has that little pink, like it's just a little wonky, and kind of makes me laugh. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy the way it's turning out. So I just got a little bit more to do. There's a branch in the bird's beak, and you can see the variegation on the bird too. And I've got the other wheel to do, and I got some more flowers and stuff around here. The Invisible Man, he was hard. It is hard to stitch with invisible thread, but this girl did it. I got it done. So anyway, it's looking good, and I'm liking it. So I will continue working on this. Let me get another drink. I'm so sorry. Other whip I'm doing, which could fall into this whole thing too, is my Haunted Hollow. And I've shown it, but I don't remember where I was the last time I shown it. So I'll just re-show it. I got the top done, the middle, and the third one. And I've been working on this bottom one, which is, you know, it's a house. So I'm working on that. That takes a long time. I want to do something with the moon, and I wish I would have thought about it up here where the full moon is. I would have loved to have made that a blood moon, but loved it not enough to frog that out and redo it. So I thought, I'm going to make the half moon, or the quarter moon, a blood moon, and I really like the way it turned out. I changed a few colors in it here and there, got a few mistakes in it. So I've got to finish, like the cauldron, I put like it's oozing over and it's got other bubbles in there and stuff like that. But underneath it is a whole block of green with Witch's Inn on it. So this is what it's supposed to look like. But I really, when I saw this fabric and I saw this light up here, the way it does, I thought it was perfect for that moon. So I'm down to this little section here. And I was really sad that I didn't get to work on this on any of my vacation, because this is one I took because the last time I was in a hotel room for any length of time, I sat by the window and it was perfect lighting. So I was hoping for that, but I didn't get perfect lighting. So I didn't even get it out. What's wrong, baby girl? So anyway, can you hear? She's grumping. So those are my works in progress. Those are my whips that I'm working on right now. I did get a finish, and I'm really super excited about it because, you know, I want to do them all. This is my Winter Wienerland. Hope you can see that. Yep. It's all finished. I'm really excited about that. I gave this little hat some spots because I thought it needed spots. But had a really good time doing it. I'm happy. So that's 2 I've gotten done. I've gotten Halloweenies and this one done. And in my plans, I'll show you the next one. So let me see. We talked about the winter, talked about crib, talked about craft in Korea, talked about my Stitch and Misfits, and talked about my month, talking about Cross Stitch in Northern, who's going to get that book. So excited, and I get to send that to Newfoundland. I've never sent anything to Newfoundland. I'd love to go to Newfoundland, actually. It's somewhere I've wanted to go anyway. So when I saw she was from Newfoundland, I got excited just about sending something to Newfoundland. I'm a dork, I know. So anyway, let's talk about plans now, because I told you about the Misfit Mania coming up in May. So, and my job, which now I have some money to go get the stuff that I need without asking my honey, which he would do anyway, because he's just my honey. So plans. The first plan I got, of course, is spring rolls. If I can get that. There we go. There we go. Little dachshunds. That's going to be a cute one to do. I'm excited. But I've already got, this is ready to go. I just haven't put any stitches in it. I got the material already. It's a pinkish, lavendery kind of pink fabric. It's cute. I got all my floss because I've been doing these in Sullivan's, because the very first one I did, Lois at Needlework said, have you ever stitched with Sullivan's? And I was like, nope. You know, I was brand new when I started this, brand new. And she said, well, you ought to try it. If you buy them at the shop, they're a little cheaper than DMC here. And I was like, well, let's try it, because they really not a lot of thread in these. So I tried it and I liked them. So I just continue to stitch all of these with Sullivan's because a lot of the colors cross over. So I'm just using Sullivan's on all of those. So plan for Misfit Mania. I can't even talk. First one is going to be, well, my whips, because I want to get them finished, and then spring rolls, and then I've still got jeans and weenies. Yeah, jeans and weenies, and teeny weenies to do. So I've still got 2 more after this one to do. So I'll be doing those for a while. So that is in my plans. This is very important to me. I've been wanting this. I finally got the pattern. I'm super stoked. So here there be monsters. This is what I'm going to do. One of my Misfit Mania starts. I'm going to do it in one solid color, but I don't know what fabric or what color I don't even have the thought of what I want to do. I've looked over some color, blue, green, even thought reds. I don't know. I will find this out when I step into the shop to kit this up. That's when I'll know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at the fabric, and it's got, I'm going to let it call my name. Sherry, you want to stitch on me? Go over there and get this color. It'll look great on me. That's what I'm expecting it's going to happen. But when reality, Trixie will probably be there and go, hey, you know, this will look really good on this. Because Trixie's my guardian angel in stitching. She just helps me out with so much stuff. When I got this pattern, on the back of it is other patterns that they do, which I have the Antique Bee sampler, the one that's right there. And I definitely, oh, wait, yeah, right there. But there's another one that I was told about, and it says, Here There Be Dragons. And Lois told me that she can't find it. It's out of print. And so I am now looking for Here There Be Dragons, because I got a nickname of Dragon as a very young lady, because I speak my mind a lot and I use my finger a lot. And anyway, it's all done in fun. It wasn't done mean. But as I got older, my friend then named me Ancient Dragon. I'm like, okay, I'll be ancient because it means I'm wise. Yep. White hair, wisdom. Yep. So anyway, I'm excited. I get my check. I'm gonna go get this, get it up. Yay. Another start and finish because I'm gonna work on these. Antique Bee Sampler. When I was at Needleworks in Coppers Cove, when I picked that up, I also saw this and it's like, oh, yep, that's going home with me. So this is another one that I want to do. And you know what? It's not very solid. Look at all that. This one won't take long at all. And that's why I like the way we're doing this Misfit Mania, because it's going to make me really get these up and get them going and get them finished. And I'm so excited about it. You just don't know. But on the back of this one, they also have another little pattern with this right here. So anyway, so that was that one for plans. And then I've been wanting to do this one for a while. It's in this book, and this is the better picture of it. In this big book, a couple months back, everybody was trying to buy this, was buying this book. It was only like $10. I had seen it before it got popular. I had seen it, and I had no idea where to get it and how to get it because I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Then all of a sudden, people were finding it, and I was like, where did they find it at? I listened closely, and I went and ordered it. So I was really excited. There's so much stuff in this book that I want to do. These are all tags of things in this book. So it's one of my goals is to get onto this and start actually working through this book and getting some done. But Joy will be my first one because I saw Stitchin' Mama do one that had Joy on it. And this is not the one that she did. And I love the way it looked, but this is similar. And when I saw it, I was like, I gotta have that book. And so I'm glad everybody went crazy for the book because it led it to me. So that's one thing about Floss Tube that, you know, when people fuss about it, it's like, don't fuss about it because it got me this little jewel here. It got me the other little jewel, the Treasures, the Nativity. It got me that jewel. I love Floss Tube, people. If you don't get it, and if you don't love it, you need to reevaluate the way you think. So anyway, I'm going to do some color changes in this because I don't care for some of these colors around here. And I really love the blues. So I'm really thinking about how I'm going to do this one. But this is definitely on my plans also. So whips, plans, all of it. I told you this wouldn't be a very long one. I'm going to try to enter some pictures. I'm going to try to get those things mailed off to people. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else to show you. Oh, well, I don't really need to show you, but I'm working on my monthly series, and I got March done, but I've not been to the needle workshop to get fabric for April. So I will now be behind on my monthly series. It's fine. I'm not stressing it. I'll get it and it'll get going. Anyway, I think that I am done. Daisy, got anything to say? Say hi, say bye. Bye, people. I'm going to go eat some dog food because I'm a piggy and I'm a fat belly. Okay, so anyway, people, put some thread in the needle and get to stitching. Everybody have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll see you back. Ooh, if I keep to my schedule, I will tape again I'll film again next week. So we'll see. Will I keep with my schedule or will I make it 2 weeks from today? I'll keep you in suspense. Everybody have a wonderful day.